So good morning. I have quite a few things that I need to accomplish. I know that this is not like the most aesthetic view, but that's okay. It's early morning. Um, so let's get this figured out. I want to know, Angels of Light and Love, my panel. Am I moving in the right direction, or am I confusing the universes? Because, like, I want to make sure this is just Tina being Tina and basically doing what probably basic people do in just a normal life, is just making sure that all bases are covered, that I'm not forgetting one venue and favoring just one. So I know I'm really good at many things. Really freaking great. However, not however, it's just I just want to make sure that I'm like just looking at other channels of opportunities. And so the right side I have the Knight of Wands. I'm sorry, King of Wands. Left side I have the Nine of Pentacles. And I don't think I'm like on this title. I purposefully omitted the inquiry that could possibly confirm or affirm that I am confusing the universes, because I can't go wrong. That's number one. It's just, where do I want to go? So I just want to know that I'm moving in the right direction according to manifest the high success rate of what I'm doing here. Okay. So let's just set that in stone. Okay. We have the King of Wands here on the doing side. Networks established. The Nine of Pentacles is in reversal on the recipient end. Does that mean that I'm receiving a sense of independence and freedom to establish myself wherever, like get my feet planted elsewhere? Let's go ahead and see a little bit. Let's just like find out a little bit more, because I'm feeling a little restless, because I have the 9 to 5 today, my regular 9 to 5. And number one, I will say I feel grateful for having that, you know, to transition to. I know I have others to really attitude towards, and it's not always what they like the sentience appears to be. So just because I know that when I call out truths, people try to like, we gotta switch up the game plan because she called us out. So I feel like it's more pertaining to that. The grace period is extended because of that than what it would naturally be. And again, I'm not trying to force anything. I'm just doing my natural thing here. I mean, if I was going to force it, I would definitely make calls to several leads in order to relay what needs to be relayed accordingly. Again, I need to light a candle here. Give me a second. Thank you. Well done. Okay. So, my panel, what do you want to say about this? It is still the witching hour. This is it. 3 of Pentacles in reverse. Oh, no. 3 of Pentacles upright. Oh, yeah. So, definitely 9 of Pentacles are raining down to me. I usually don't get that. Like, I'm not trying to make up stuff, but it's like looking at the interpretation, when you have the King of Wands upright, definitely that would come through on the recipient end with this kind of an inquiry. And being that the Three of Pentacles, it looks like it's kind of like a tricky energy, but this is like divining from like into that, so it's 9, and then plus the 3 would be the 12. So these are wishes granted basically to me as a recipient. This is excellent. And then 4 of Cups, interesting. 10 of Cups, the 8 of Swords, and then a 9 of Cups. This is depicting, Tina, I think you're confusing yourself just a little from the stress, because this is appearing as though you don't have the cups, you don't see the cups, you're not established almost. But here you got all of the cups, 10 of Cups, Tina. So there is an act of temperance between both worlds. There is a drastic change in energetics, so there's nothing to blame here. It's not to say that how I'm handling things, how I'm interpreting things is not a normal thing, but I'm way beyond those measures. So just remember that, and don't get stuck in like being blindsided by what appears to be like what it looks like right now, because I should definitely be like enjoying life as it is. I mean, this is wonderful. A lot of people would love to have this. But I did notice, and can I talk about it? Let me see here. My panel, what is your advice on that? Oh, the Empress, I can talk about it. I can talk about whatever I want. But pertaining to this employment thing, someone reached out to me just with a basic inquiry, and I responded, and it was just fine. But I also saw through another venue that there are so many, like, I guess one area of postings got oversaturated, completely oversaturated. So I went to a different site that I've always known to be oversaturated. And but I guess like trends change over time. So I went there, and like I'm like, there's so many other better opportunities. Like, what the heck? How come I never tried before? Like, I was always stuck in um old ways of thought, or old ways of experience, and that's another important lesson to learn. So I just applied there. But doing all of that, I was wondering, am I confusing the universes, even uploading resume, even doing like all of these, other measures just in case? And just in case is not problematic at all. It's just noting that there is a transition, and knowing that the universe isn't going to be like, here, eat your food, Tina, here you go. Um at every turn, that you don't see that the plate is in front of you. So I think it's become confusing listening to other readers, even just for a split, like 5-10 seconds, which I tested out, just because like people are like, oh, you really got to go out there and get in, and you need to like really put yourself out there. And it's like, I don't think that they really like, I'm not gonna take offense to it. I'm just gonna say that's for their collective, and that does not pertain to me, because I know what's driven exactly for me. I know the purity within my actions, my gestures, and just what the intentions are. So I can follow through accordingly with that. The signs that I receive are indisputable, and if anybody has anything else to think about it, especially from an external point, it's always going to be from an external point of view. So what it's kind of a non-issue what other people think of me, including they don't want me to say this, but including future employers. If anything, I would want to be, I would be, how do I say it? I would prefer more to be considered by an employer who saw my efforts as noteworthy, as honorable in, in being creative. And open. I mean, you know, uh, there's been just such a cookie cutter craze of what's out there. Um, it makes the whole experience stale on a day-to-day basis. So I'd say, you know, if somebody doesn't recognize what I'm doing as worthy and valuable, then so be it. That suits them. That's fine. They carry on. I move on to something, you know, that's more suitable for me. Yeah. So what do you want to say, Spirit? I mean, I was quite surprised by getting some contacts yesterday. Um, oh yeah, this is yesterday was a clear indicator of immediate and aggressive manifestations. Like nothing can, no entity, nobody can interrupt this energetic. And so it just kind of like stumbled upon my path, which that's what it felt like. So there's that. It's a good sample of what it was, just like a crumbling. Pronounce the B. Do not lose any letters. But a crumbling of what will, you know, lead out to something far bigger, far greater. So I need not worry. I really I don't know what's gonna happen right over here, but you know, well, we'll see. It's all a process. It just seems weird being in limbo with a place that, for the heart of the company, really does want you there, but there's just this one jealous, nasty, addictive energy, just like bratty in a pair of VP shoes. And I'm not exaggerating. I just, how do you professionally say this? Someone who is very focused on their own ways. They have their own techniques in life that suit them. And they are looking for strong support figures that will be readily available to fortify their needs. And I'm so much more bohemian and capable than that, is what I would have to say. That is the most professional way that I can, an accurate way, just in its vague sense of how I may relay the dynamic. So, I find a greater sense of reward in what I do here. It is, you can't even compare it. So, I just want to know, am I moving in the right direction? Just with just how I'm guided to at every given moment, is what I'm doing suitable? Yeah, Queen of Pentacles, yeah. When you're the best mother of all queens, you're always going to be in your now moment. You're always going to be in a state of appreciation, even when times are hard and tough, even and especially when you care for others. So do not doubt that. Always going to be at an auspicious place. So what else do you want to say? What do you want to say about yesterday? Yesterday's thing. Eight of Cups in reverse and the Page of Pentacles. So this is a comeback with each investment, each investment, each investment. Always like it's the Ace of Pentacles. Treating your investments like they are the ace. You're doing fabulous, Tina, with that as your comeback. That's what that is. Okay, great, great, great. So that was a lean into like a transitory state between the question and was that the answer to that question? How was the feedback that I gave yesterday in response to surprise inquiries or querents? Two of Swords caught on my right side. Oh, there's more. Gosh, what am I doing? There's like still honey. I don't understand it. I have to clean this one though. You're gonna have to give me a second. It is the Four of Wands and right behind the Two of Swords. So give me a second. Okay. Okay. So Four of Wands in reversal, right behind the Two of Swords. So there's a block, but there's also like it could be roots. No. Did it put me at a compromise? What? It was on my doing side. So this is a blocked off opportunity. Which to see how much I've realized about myself. Clarifier for that. Let's just get a clarifier for that. Okay, these two, 10 of Swords, and then a 9 of Swords in reverse. So, okay, so that makes more sense. Okay, so this is the ancestors testing, like the sampling. Like, what have you learned from your ancestors, from your own personal greats? This is a roped off Q&A session that was provided. That's so weird. Who are these people that are like are my PR like publicist? You know, these are crazy. But they said that I basically slayed it. I slayed it. This is a lot of thought, you know, energy. But like I don't have to stress out about it. Like I did show clear concern. I was involved. How do I say it? Not involved. I was yeah, I guess so. I guess involved is, you know, it was interactive in the questioning, the Q&A, without getting like fully immersed in everything. So that was good as far as boundaries. Yeah, okay. So it was also a sense of ego death and seeing the transition. I did engage in with it. I didn't forgo the opportunity, but I also didn't go off the deep end in asking, like in trying to reach every single person. I did set a timer for myself, which is accurately 20 minutes for the person that initiated. And, you know, a couple people subscribed, so I appreciate that. There may be, a donation along the way, but I thought it was good practice and sincere. And you got like I felt like it was absolutely sincere. Right now though, there's an energetic here trying to leech onto me. I can feel it. What do you want to say about that, angels? Open light. Got the Page of or Knight of Cups here and the Five of Swords. It is an admirer, like a romancer, but he's, oh, it's the guy. It's the guy that betrayed me. The guy that has the ego, like, let's go ahead and put that back in here. Okay, not interested. What do you say to that? Five of Pentacles in reverse. No loss for me. Okay. All right. Last bits. Knight of Pentacles in reverse. There is a delivery on from my doing side. So I have either delivered something, maybe delivered my right foot forward, declining that energy. Oh yeah. So every right foot forward is going to be much more amplified because I denied that energy. Yep. Clarifier for that is, drum roll please, it's the death card. Holy smokes, for sure. That is certain. Oh, it's beautiful how stuff works like that. So, Anubis again is here, but it's also the Cosmic Mother. And again, oh my gosh, I just realized those are poppies right there. That is crazy. Yeah, that energetic was definitely trying to slow me down. That was one of his directives. Yep. He's still here. He's not welcome here. You know, energies are not always what they appear to be, definitely on the surface. I have to keep reminding myself of that. This energetic, he doesn't appear to be foul, but certainly is. Like, to leech onto me like that? Oh, very bad intentions. Okay, Anubis. Or my panel, what do you want to say with regards to that? Knight of Wands. Okay, you can move forward confidently. Now that you've taken care of that energetic, now that you've called it out. Okay, so I'm moving in the right direction, obviously, through several indicators. All right, so what's my best piece of what's the best piece of advice for this week ahead? Two of Wands and Three of Wands. Do what you normally do, Tina. You're doing a fabulous job. That's what they're saying. That if anybody has a bone to pick with you, they'll personally be picking on their own scabs. I bring a lot to the table. And my ships are my ships, and they will be coming in. And so that's that. Whether I have the short end of the stick or the long ends, bases are covered. What about today? The rest of today. What is the best piece of advice for me today? Temperance. Okay. It's being the moderator. You know, if you're if your hands are full, just to make sure that you're balancing things out. Your investments, be mindful of your ratios, and you're good. You're good. Okay. All right. So what's the main takeaway for us, for each of us? The Chariot card is moving forward here. And I was going to say something about this in the last thing with the Chariot driving forward is, and when it's driven by the cats, Freya is present. So this is definitely like Freya's chariot. That's amazing. I did not know that until after the fact. Definitely. All right, so what is just my takeaway? Just mine. The Wheel of Fortune or Fate. I'm steering it. Or like they're saying that I have the energetics of Freya, and Archangel Michael has taken the wheel and using me as, like, employing me as a like a resource to move the chariot in the appropriate direction. That's insane. Bottom of the deck, 7 of Swords. Top of the deck is Page of Swords. So 8 of Swords here present in the sandwich. I've got this to work with. So they're saying you're kind of not really stuck, but you're pretty set with your deck. Your deck is freeing like to step away, but also more so allowing others to secretly step away. It's kind of like an inverse version of saving face. Yeah, that's good. What's beneath that? Knight of Cups, or King of Cups, and the Ace of Swords. Because my intuitive crew, those masculines, are watching. They're stepping into their own booby trap, you know. So that's interesting. That's it for now. Thanks for all donations provided in enlightened love. And now that this reading is officially over, I call back all my power. I call back all my power to pass through the white light of the Holy Spirit for cleansings, for blessings, to be refortified within me, and only me. Thanks so much. Upon closing the portals in this reading, I send all energies back to their appropriate locations outside of mine with their appropriate karmas due, assisting with a sequence of roll out and enlighten love. I close the portals in this reading. Now,